All right. Hello, everyone. And now, well, watch a great and interesting game between Happy versus Blade. Blade spawning as the blue human player over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Happy, one of the more well-known European players, perhaps getting critiqued for always going the same heroes, you know, Death Knight, Lich, Dark Ranger. We'll see if Happy can do his best Infi impersonation, choosing Night Elf in this matchup. Not your typical game, and with this, I heard about this game, but I tried to distance myself from any of the details because, well, I thought I might be casting it. So yeah, Happy is playing Night Elf this game, Arya. Right? Yeah, my daughter has this look on her face like, what? Huh? And happy birthday, Arya. Alright, Altar of Elders coming into play here, and it is going to be a Warden first coming in from Happy. So Warden first, not a Keeper of the Grove. We see an Ancient of War off to the side right there. Going to be training up some archers, and I wonder what Blade's strategy is going to be. This is going to be very interesting. Normally, for tournaments like this, you know who you're going to be playing against well in advance, right? So you know, like, okay, who are the people that I really want to not, who are the people I really want to train up against? And Blade may have thought to himself, okay, it looks like I'm going to be playing Happy. I'm going to practice against Undead, and I'm going to do this particular style to deal with Death Knight and Lich and Dark Ranger, you know, type of heroes, or Naga Sea Witch, going up against those Crypt Fiends and those Obsidian statues, all of the things that, you know, are ubiquitous Happy and his particular style, sitting back in his base for a little bit of time. And now he's going up against Happy playing with a Warden and archers, and well, we'll see if Blade, it goes on a little bit of a tilt here. There could be one of those situations where you just do something that is just so off the wall, and well, it kind of throws your game plan out the window. Warden perfect Happy for Warden is perfect for Happy's micro. Yes, very strong micro play coming in from Happy. However, this map is Last Refuge. It is not Terranus Stand, so the expansions aren't more towards the center of the map, and that's really what makes the Warden so deadly. The ability to easily get in and out of expansions on Terranus Stand here. All of the expansions are off all in the corners here, making them a little bit more difficult to get to as the Warden gets up to level 2. All right. Yep. Well, it's 3 minutes into the game. You know, you can have a level 3 or level 2 hero that early. And back in the day, you can almost get a level 3 hero if you found a Tome of Experience on Twisted Meadows. All right, Shadow Strike. Did he get the experience? I do not believe so. Well, I actually don't know who got the experience. Both sides showing a little bit of experience right there. 239, 239. As the, no, they can't share it. Whoever gets the last hit gets the experience. All right, Militia now being called over to try and set up an expansion. Water Elemental getting into position. Warden now going to be making its way back over. Warden does have Shadow Strike, does not show Fan of Knives as of yet, but with so many Militia out, we may be looking at that here. All right, a little bit of easy early damage coming across. How much damage can be done? Are we going to see? Oh, there's that Shadow Strike right there. Warden is stealing a little bit of experience. There goes a Fan of Knives across as a Footman in the back, very low on hit points. Archer going to get taken, or Archer going to finish off that Water Elemental, as archers are now starting to pelt down. Who's going to get that experience? I believe the Archmage easily got that. The Warden now in a little bit of trouble as the archers need to head back. What is Happy doing? The Warden very low on hit points, doesn't have that much mana, can't be sticking around, but this does force a reveal right there to make sure that there are no units trying to shadow meld and prevent the building of the Town Hall or the Arcane Vault. Warden making its way all the way back here. We are teching the tier 2 already by Happy. Not quite enough Moonwells as of yet, as Happy is trying to build up to that 50 Moonwell ability. And this is one of the things that, well, Night Elves need often. They need to get to 50 cap on their supply early, just so that they have the ability to heal throughout that very first day. It's often a problem. We're looking at that Footman trying to get away. Footman down to 150 hit points, and, well, Archer blocking the path path. There goes a final shot, and Footman is taken down. Warden sitting at level 2, going to try and dive on in here. Does it going to find anything? No. Finds an Archmage and a Scout Tower, upgrading to an Arcane Tower already. Not going to be able to deal. Yep, Shadow Strike now going back onto the Footman there. A little bit of extra slow damage, trying to back away. Water Elemental going to be dropped down as damage going to be added up onto that Footman rather fast. It's going to find that target. Yes, it does. There goes another Footman there. Warden going after Footman rather easily and now causing purposeful pathing and blocking. Are we going to see another Shadow Strike? Shadow Strike onto a different Footman instead, as I believe enough damage could get volleyed into that guy right there, down to 37-27. Is he going to be able to stay alive? 18. One more shot would do it. No, well, no, one more shot. He's going to get up to 10 hit points and then die. Yes, he does. All right, Archer does get lost as well. You are one of my favorite streamers. The other is Yumiko, who happens to be casting right now. Hard to choose whom to watch. I would go with Yumiko too. Yumiko is you know who Yumiko is. And Yumiko streaming in Chinese, I believe. Archers gonna be going after all of these units here. Rocco, I'm gonna go ahead and get finished off here, as the Warden will get to level 3 off of this creep camp. Back over here on the bottom left, Tree of Ages already going into Tree of Eternity, as we see the dual Ancients of Lore under construction. Water Elemental going to go ahead and be dropped down here, and the Ancient of Lores are going to end up being shut down. Archmage finding the timing on this perfectly, and it is going to delay Happy's, tier 3 attacks. Shadow Strike onto the Archmage. A lot of damage early onto the Archmage now, as the Force Troll Shadow Priest, there's an Abolish Magic, followed by another Abolish Magic to finish it off. Ancient of Lore nearly done, but the Footmen have something to say about it. Will they be able to stop this in its tracks? It looks like it will be able to do exactly that, and we've hit the reset button on all of the tech and the Ancient of Lores. Phantom Knives, however, hitting the reset button on that Archmage. Major damage done, as the Warden wants to get some extra mana and perhaps get a Shadow Strike onto some unexpected Footmen. Well, some expecting Footmen, I think. I think Blade knows that a Shadow Strike could be coming in. There goes a Shadow Strike right there, and with all of that extra damage, the Warden will get to level 4. All right, one more shot right there. One more time life. Oh no, the Footman still ends up falling at the hands of the Warden, giving the Warden level 4. Crota is an obvious choice. No. Well, based on how I'm only casting one more game, so if you want to tune in to me for a little while longer and then jump in to watch Yumiko, I would actually feel very blessed. And knowing that I was chosen over Yumiko just because, well, my hours are limited. Ancient of War taking a lot of damage once again. Archer's going to finish that off very easily. Warden, is it going to perhaps Staff of Teleportation, Potion of Invisibility? No anti-magic potion, but it should be able to use that invisibility potion right here, and then Fan of Knives to finish off many of those units. Warden now making its way back down, where it is invisible, as we know. Where is the Archmage? Just now resurrected, getting back out onto the field, getting ready to go. Archmage is furious. I don't know. Does he look furious? He doesn't look that furious. He's just like looking around. All right, Archer's going to try and engage. Footman now with the Fen. Units are going to try and engage, and now in comes the Warden. Phantom Knives from the back, but well, the damage is not as consistent, as the Warden is going to try and get off another Phantom Knives here. Oh, yes, a Shadow Strike finishing off one unit. Low hit point Footman right there, as the units are all backing up. Footman with the Fen leading the charge, and oh, the items picked up by the Archmage. Archmage saying thank you very much for all of those lovely, lovely items. Damage now coming across. Goblin Zeppelin in the air. However, the Archers are going to be able to easily pelt that down without a problem, as Dryads now join in on the fight as well. Are we going to see an Abolish Magic here? No, we are not, as the units are now all backing away. Archmage needs to get off a Scroll of Regeneration. Goblin Zeppelin already, well, I don't know about you, but if I saw a Goblin Zeppelin made of wood on fire in the air, I would not get on that, even if my life depended on it. But then again, well, how else do you show, yeah, on fire goblin, like, yeah, just like, could you imagine if that was the case? Like, hey, I'm on an airplane, it's not going to go down yet because it's a little on fire, but it's not going to go down yet, so let's get on and get out of here. Yeah, goblins are pretty crazy. Maybe that's just how they designed and built it all. As the Warden sitting at level 4, very, very close to level 5. Goblin Zeppelin spotting and scouting out a lot of that information as we're looking at the Goblin Zeppelin down to 13 hit points. A final arrow shooting it out of the sky. I laughed in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha. Alright.
What is the Warden's ultimate ability?
Avatar of Vengeance, you know that.
Avatar of Vengeance?
Yep, Vengeance. It's that giant shadow that summons other little shadows that are invulnerable as well. Alright. What is the...
So basically, once you get to a hole.
Once you get to the ultimate ability, it is very difficult. Let's take a look at this. Dryad's trying to go after, getting in some extra damage. Let's take a look at that priest. Gonna end up getting taken down. There it goes. There goes another priest. 2 priests quickly lost, and it was the first 2 priests of Blade. That is gonna hurt even further, picking off units so easily. Meanwhile, units still dancing back around. We're gonna take a look at Dryad's getting in some slow poison onto the back of that rifleman. Water elemental quickly gonna be dropped down here. There's an abolish magic as that water elemental quickly taken out. All right, Warden, fan of knives, finishing off some shots from units, riflemen and militia coming in from the back as we see Druid of the Claw. Mountain King, no, I didn't forget about the Mountain King, I just didn't talk about him. Druid of the Claw now trying to back its way out as no Staff of Preservation, and without the Staff of Preservation, we're going to see perhaps some more death right there. Militia leading the charge. Druid of the Claw is in position again. They're going to go ahead and turn into a bear now that we have Rejuvenation as the Warden trying to finish off that Mountain King. Mountain King down to 96 hit points. It looks like it will be able to get away as it jumps into a Zeppelin again. Druid of the Claw now trying to make its way back out. Mountain King back out onto the field. Stormbolt going to find an archer. There it goes as the Warden teleports back home. All right, Moonstone perhaps going to be used. Clarity Potion. Yep, trying to drink up from those moon wells and now picking up some additional items. Well, wait, what are we waiting for? Nope, there's that Orb of Venom. So waiting for a little bit of extra gold for that Orb of Venom. Footmen, Priest, Riflemen making their way back out onto the field. Scout farm in position right there. Mountain King now shifting back off to the side. We are seeing Happy set up an expansion of his own with an Ancient of War offering a little bit of protection. What is more scary though is that Happy's Warden is extremely close to level 6. Once it gets up, there is an illusion right there trying to figure out which one is which. Mortar team gonna quickly get picked up as the mortar teams are now launching attacks against all of these units here. Druid of the Claw already down to 775 hit points. Warden gonna try to go behind enemy lines, is going to be able to get off a necessary fan of knives as the mortar teams could get taken down. There it goes, and dizzy across all of those units. Fan of knives trying to finish off multiple units again. Squirrel of Town Portal, however, saving that last sorceress.
This is going to be interesting.
All right, Warden getting extremely close to level 6 right now, unable to get a Shadow Strike on that spell immune Spellbreaker. As the Warden now shifting back around again. Shadow Strike onto that front hero. Stormbolt, the Warden trying to walk away from it. Not working out too well as the mortar team is just pelting this army again. Are we going to get a rejuvenation onto that Warden? That Warden really needs a rejuvenation. Not quite sure why it isn't getting that. Another Stormbolt could finish it off. There it goes, down to 55 hit points. There's a rejuvenation. Could be a little bit late as the Mountain King now going to go ahead and teleport away. Spell Steal stealing the rejuvenation as the Warden was down to 126 hit points. The Warden does in fact get to level 6 though, so there is a big victory right there for Happy, getting to level 6 on that Avatar of Vengeance as the Warden makes its way back out. All right. Bash and Stormbolt, getting upset. I don't know if you've ever met Happy. Happy doesn't get upset. Happy just is very stoic, doesn't show emotion, and just figures out what to do next. He is cold and calculating as the Warden now trying to lead the charge here. Let's take a look at this. Where are the Spirit of Vengeances? There you are, mortar teams. When they get their kills, they do not leave a body behind. So perhaps that's the reason why there was no Spirit of Vengeances being summoned early on. Spirit of Vengeance now getting in a little bit of damage. More and more bodies are being left behind here. These guys 17 to 21 damage damage, range, and they are invulnerable as the army now making their way back out here. Illusion trying to catch sight of all of these units as they're making their way back down. This illusion quickly just going to get finished off. Oh, come on, just one more shot. Just tap it, and you will not have to worry about walking around it. Ancient of War getting into position. Water Elemental is going to just get abolished magic. There it goes. A little bit more experience on the Warden again. Dryads almost getting splatted right there as the Warden trying to find some easy targets. Level 3 now on the Mountain King. Wand of the Wind as it picks up the Warden right there. Mountain King going to go ahead and, well, perhaps try and go after that unit there. Anti-magic potion, however, on the Warden, going to protect from any of the Stormbolts that could be coming in. Mortar teams trying to dive in on that Avatar of Vengeance as the Spirit of Vengeance is dealing massive damage. Squirrel Town Portal in order to get away and whisk away that human army.
Oh man.
Druid of the Claw, well, trying to get back in, getting a rejuvenation as well. Are we going to see more bear form? We need to see more rejuvenations to keep the army alive and well. 71 supply compared to 49. Happy is staying is in no upkeep. Blade is in low upkeep and has the larger army. He's working out fairly well. But what is the Spirit of Vengeance is going to do? Are they going to be able to pick off more units again? That is the question. All right, Warden is a one-woman army able to create an army if necessary, as the Spirit of Vengeances are now diving in to, well, the gold mine line here, but not really going to be able to finish off anything as their time life is, well, short. Back down across over here. Going to go ahead and try and engage. Warden comes across with a big fan of knives. Deals a lot of damage across all those units. Dryads could be in trouble. Could easily get taken down. Stormbolt finds the Warden again, as the Druids of the Claw are now trying to back up. Mountain King, Fairy Dragons now in the air, causing problems. Shadow Strike trying to finish off some of those units as the Priest is just too far back to get mana flared. Fairy Dragon wants to stay alive, but it looks like it will get shot down here in just a moment as a low hit point Bear escapes at 38 hit points. Dryads all getting finished off. 36 supply compared to 64 now, as Blade is just able to get a larger and larger army. Mountain King comes nearby waiting for the Stormbolt, and well, the Warden able to back away in time. No Stormbolt to finish off that unit. Archmage will get to level 5 off of this creep count. Mountain King with that Robe of Magi, well, 390 mana, a large amount of mana indeed on that Mountain King for those Stormbolts to just be raining down. What's up, Arya?
What is Ultimate's ultimate ability?
Mass teleport.
Mass teleport? What does that do?
It teleports the entire army. All right, Staff of Preservation finally coming in from the Warden. Warden trying to save that Druid of the Claw, make sure it doesn't suffer too much damage and is able to get back into the fight. Avatar of Vengeance, a new one, out onto the field. Stormbolt onto that Druid of the Claw now, as we're seeing a lot of damage coming through. All right, Druid of the Claw quickly gonna get taken down. There it goes, as we're looking at the Mountain King trying to make its way back out. Mana Flare on that Fairy Dragon and cause some problems, as the Mountain King could be running into a little bit of issues. Another Druid of the Claw gonna get taken down. Happy gonna lose that Bear there, as the Avatar of Vengeance now making its way back off to the north. Fan of Knives coming in from the Warden trying to finish off more units. Mountain King is going to perhaps try to get a Stormbolt off onto that Warden and break that mana shield, as the units are still dancing around. Damage still coming back, and through Spellbreakers now trying to hold that front line spot, as the Spirit of Vengeances are diving in across units, finishing, no, does not finish off that Spellbreaker as it dives into the Zeppelin. All right, one Fairy Dragon going to get taken out, as Fairy Dragons were taken out there perhaps by the Rifleman. Spellbreaker didn't get the memo that it needed to move away and head back home.
Man, they do.
Warden chasing back the other side. Shadow Strike onto that Sorceress. Sorceress going to get taken down. It gets, well, pretty much taken down in a moment's notice, as the Warden now making its way back off to the north. There's a, well, Flare trying to keep track of the site. Is the Warden going to be able to Shadow Strike? Oh, a beautiful dodge by Blade, picking up a low hit point mortar, as the Goblin Zeppelin now trying to perhaps unload back here and heal back up again. Level 5 on that Archmage once more. And we're going to perhaps be looking at a fight Level 4 is getting a scroll of regeneration, trying to heal back up. Bears now making their way over, as well as the guard towers are going to be in position to fight back against this army. Mountain King wants to get in some big storm bolts. Are they going to be able to find any of those? There, a bash onto the Avatar of Vengeance. Avatar of Vengeance only has 50 seconds left, though, as a storm bolt goes down and finds a Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Claw down to 600 hit points, could end up getting taken down. All we need is another follow-up bash. Storm bolt not going to be in time, as a Staff of Preservation from the Warden saves it. Still massive armies switching back down. Level 5, level 4 going up against a level 7. Units trying to hide every which way. That mana burn from the Spellbreaker is causing problems on all of the Druids of the Claw. But then again, Druids of the Claw would like to just stand and fight those Spellbreakers if possible, since they have medium armor, meaning that they take bonus damage too. Alright, Druids of the Claw back into their Druid form, trying to get a little bit more mana, perhaps for some rejuvenations. Warden using up a Clarity Potion. Is the Warden going to be enough of a single-man army to fight back? 40 supply compared to a 62 supply army. Very big difference at this point, as the, new Avatar of Vengeance is back out onto the field. Wisp now making their way out. Are we going to perhaps see some detonation? Spellbreakers are all right there. Mass detonation across all of these units. Mortar teams, however, destroying the entire back line, causing major problems, as the Archmage, trying to get away, and will be able to do exactly that, teleporting all of those units away again. Warden gets up to level 8. We're going to perhaps start seeing Blink now in just a little bit. Yes, Arya?
So another way that basically was on that helpful, but a way that they could fight is they could just explode.
Yep, you can, if you are hit by a mortar team, if the killing blow is mortar, you explode and you don't leave behind a skeleton. And if you don't leave behind a skeleton, the Avatar of Vengeance cannot summon a Spirit of Vengeance, because it needs a body in order to do anything. Alright, Ogre Magi easily going to get finished off here. Mountain King could have gotten to level 5 already, but the Archmage was still too nearby, stealing a little bit of that experience. Alright, coming back across here, Warden going to go ahead and get off a Shadow Strike. Phantom Knives finishes off a unit and blinks away. That's what you need against Happy, giving him more ways for his micro to kill you, as that Warden now has Blink. Warden's trying to dive on into the backside, perhaps cause some more problems. There's another Shadow Strike onto the Mountain King. Mountain King, however, gets up to level 5. Storm Bolt, are we going to see perhaps onto that Warden? Warden does have an anti-magic potion, trying to back away again, as the Spellbreakers are chasing back. 79 supply army. Spellbreakers just leading the charge here, trying to finish off many of those units, as the Druids of the Claw, one of them gets stabbed to preservation home. Alright, Warden with level 3 Shadow Strike, level 3 Fan of Knives, and the ultimate Avatar of Vengeance. Warden is just not going to be staying, or mana is just not going to be staying on that Warden for very long. It wants all 3 of those abilities to just constantly be spammed. For mass effectiveness, you always want an Avatar of Vengeance out. You always want your Warden to be using Shadow Strike and Fan of Knives, and that's exactly what we're seeing now as the Warden dives on in. However, just overexposes and now needs to double back around. Anti-magic potion coming to an end. Bears now trying to lead the charge back the other way. Staff of Preservation saves a unit. Dryads are trying to dodge against all of those units again, as the Bears are in that front line. Warden isn't going to be able to do anything. There's another Fan of Knives right there. Scroll of Town Portal by Happy necessary, as we may see the loss of a bear, down to 6 hit points, and wow, it is able to survive. Natural regeneration at the night for the win right there, as it was 8 hit points difference. Alright, what is going on here? Oh, you can do long distance mining right there, as we're looking at 5 minutes of mining left. There goes the Tree of Life there, as the mortar teams able to destroy the trees that quickly. There are still a lot of wisps off to the side here, and now Happy is not mining any gold either. Long distance mining happening at night. Look at that walk of shame with all of those peasants, a line of lemmings just following one after the other. Mountain King now making its way back around again. Bears trying to make their way out. 64 supply compared to 73. And, this is the problem. You have to fight Blade's army 4 mortar teams in the back are just laying waste to all of these Ancient of Lores. You uproot to take less damage from the mortar teams, only to take more damage from the riflemen instead. Mountain King now in that frontline spot. Perhaps a thunderclap would be useful if it actually had thunderclap. Instead has bash, as the units are now trying to back away. Blade 58 supply. We're going to see another spellbreaker fall here, 65 compared to 57, but the army sizes are about the same. Another fan on knives coming across multiple units, trying to protect those mortar teams is key. If the Warden can finish off enough mortars and get a high enough blink, that is going to cause a lot of problems, as a priest and a mortar team taken down in the back line as well. The army of bears still lining the way. Dryads trying to back up again. Warden does not have that much mana, wants to dive on in here if possible. Is going to find a fan of knives, finishes off a sorceress, and now trying to finish off all of these remaining units, trying to find some easy targets again. All right, Warden now down to 0 mana, gets storm bolted, and well, we cannot see this Warden fall. If this Warden falls, that's pretty much going to be the end of the game, as the peasants get into a big body block right there. All right, huge body block right there. Where's the Mountain King? Stormbolt, but the Shadow Meld prevents it. All right, there's a flare and low cooldown. Mountain King unable to finish off that Warden, and that was a huge play right there, as the peasants will no longer be able to easily mine. Blade down to 60 or 70 gold, 58 supply compared to 46. Army sizes, the human army sitting at 41 compared to 37. Are there enough mortar teams? Yes, 2 mortar teams available. Bears are right here trying to finish off the Ancient of Wonders, but fan on knives fighting inside a Night Elf base, and Blade may not have enough gas in the tank to finish off the Warden, who has access to so much mana. Scroll of Town Portal being used by the Mountain King. Fan on knives coming across. Well, are we going to see any dead mortar teams? There's one, as another mortar team falls. All right. Oh, a little bit of a blessing in disguise right there. You saw that the Moonstone was used, and that actually gave an opportunity for the peasants to mine, since everyone was sleeping on the job as they were trying to protect this gold mine. There's 1,200 gold left in that gold mine. As we're looking at the peasants now making their way over, Warden could get up to level 10. There's a massive fan of knives again, dealing a lot of damage. Spellbreakers coming back in. 27 supply compared to 37, and it looks like Happy has enough units under his feet now to try and take the win. Warden, 1-woman army in that frontline spot, trying to finish off that Mountain King. Mountain King could get taken down. Are we going to see a Stormbolt try to finish it off? Fan of knives finishes it. Oh no, Goblin Zeppin picks up the Mountain King. Mountain King is temporarily okay, but the Mountain King did have a Shadow Strike on him, and he ended up falling anyways. All right. And there is the good game. Happy getting it done with Night Elf, going with a single hero, finishing off his opponent. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.